Rivuu is all about getting content approved, so unless you're just using the app as a scheduling tool, you'll need to invite other users. Click on the drop-down menu in the top right and select the Manage Users page. This view shows you a breakdown of all of the current and pending users successfully added or invited to your plan. You always add users to your review plan as a whole, and then you can assign them to specific accounts, groups, or workflow steps. This makes it easy to add individual users to multiple accounts. Let's invite a new user. Click on the Add User button, then enter their name. I like to add their role into the name also, as it helps me spot issues when configuring the workflow, but it's not required. Next, enter the user's email address. Be sure that it's a valid address, as the user will receive an email invitation to sign in and create their password. There are 3 different user roles in Rivuu. The user that created the plan is the super admin, who has full access to the app and also manages the billing and subscription settings. Admin users can access all accounts, workflows, and transitions. They can create, approve, and schedule content at all stages, as they have unrestricted permissions. When you create a standard user, you can restrict access to specific accounts, workflow steps, or transitions. These users will only see what you want them to. As my user is going to be a content approver, I would like to restrict their access to certain stages of the workflow, so I'll add them as a standard user. Before we move on, we can set the comment visibility setting. Users with all comments visible will see an entire post history, so that all past revisions can be reviewed if needed. Users with restricted comment visibility will just see the last comment before the stage in the workflow to which they are added. This is typically used by agencies who might not want their clients to see a full revision history of a post, but might want to pass on their comments before their final approval. We suggest giving your in-house team the All Comments Visible option and external approvers restricted comment visibility. Next, click on Next Step to then assign this user to the relevant accounts. This is my approver for Cat Collars Are Us account, so I'll select that checkbox and then click Next. On the next dialog, I can select the individual workflow steps that I want this user to have access to. As this is a content approver, I will add them to the Review Content step, and also the Schedule Content step, as I would like them to have an overview of the content calendar. Finally, hit Submit, and your user has been invited. Once invited users have verified their email address and been successfully added to your plan, you can assign them to global or account groups. These make shared permissions easy, so if for example you had 2 possible approvers on the same account, you could add both of these users to a group and assign that group to the Review Content step of your workflow, so that either one of them could approve. If both users are added as individuals, 2 approvals would be required for each post. You can learn more about groups and workflows by watching our in-depth tutorials using the video icon in the app. Your invited user should have received an email like this one, inviting them to join Rivuu. They should follow the instructions in the email to visit the app and then create a password. Once their password has been set, they can set up their profile information. Now your user is ready to start using Rivuu. For more useful tutorials, use the video icon in the app or contact support@rivuu.com for help.